Hi, today our question is, how do I do sizing from what's on the screen to the surface I want to put it on? This is the Creative Crafters podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. Now, sizing creates a lot of issues for a lot of people, but I have some simple tricks that I think will work for you and shouldn't be a problem. Now, when you open up Design Space, and that's a critical part, you want to open up Design Space, go to your canvas, and before you start anything on the sizing aspect of it, you can click on the templates, which should be the second button from the top, goes New Templates Projects. If you click on Templates, you'll see a ton of templates here that give the background image. Now, these templates will not print out with your design. They're just background images that will allow you to use these things in the background. Now, not everything is here, but it does give you a general idea for the sizes for things like shirts and canisters and camping chairs, bowls, belts, doors, so on and so forth. What it does is put something in the background. And with that in the background, you will be able to then place your object so that it fits within that area. Now, you may have to zoom in a bit in order to make it a lot bigger so that you can see what you're designing. So templates are one way to do it. Another way to do it is simply take some copy paper or scrap paper or whatever it is, as long as it's large enough, and cut out the size that you want. So if it's going on a t-shirt, you may decide to make it 11 inches across and 8.5 high. I'm just using this as an example, but you may want to cut that paper so that it's going to fit exactly what you want. And that's the whole key. From there, you sort of cut it out and know exactly what you want. You can measure it and then put it into place. Now, another way that you can do this, and this is my little trick, it's really, really simple. So what I generally do is have an idea of the size that I want without cutting out my shape ahead of time. So I will go to my canvas and I will go to my shapes, and usually I pick a square. So if you pick a square and then come up to the size option at the top and unlock it. And here's where you can put in the width and height that you are interested in for sizing. For examples, you might want 5 inches as your width, and maybe for your height you want it to be 6 inches. So it's an odd size. And once you hit the tab key out of that, it will size it exactly the way you want it. You want to click on your lock. And of course, you want to change the color of that basic cut to white. And now all you have to do is place the object you're interested in cutting out right on top of that square or rectangle, whatever it happens to be at that point, and everything will fit inside. And as soon as you see that it's going to fit and you've attached everything, you can delete that rectangle from behind, and that will give you the exact sizing that you want. So that's a really easy way. So we kind of talked about 3 things here. 1, use the templates guide within Design Space. 2, hand cut out the size that you want, measure it, and use that as a guide. And the third one is to add that square, resize it by unlocking it to the size that you want and placing everything inside. And that way, your sizing is under control. This has been the Creative Crafters Podcast, your questions answered.